What if the most profound connection you could ever make was with the person you're left with in silence? The modern world is a symphony of distraction, constant notifications, endless feeds, and the pressure to be always seen. But centuries ago, a swordsman forged a legendary life not in the crowd, but in deep, intentional isolation. Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's ultimate warrior philosopher, didn't just use solitude to sharpen his sword. He used it to forge an unbreakable mind. His final masterpiece, The Path of Walking Alone, contains 21 rules for a life of profound strength and clarity. Why did history's greatest duelist believe true power was found not in battle, but in stillness? And what can his ancient rules teach us in our age of endless noise? Before we explore his transformative rules, we must understand the man behind the myth. Born into war-torn 16th century Japan, Musashi was a ronin, a masterless samurai. Victor in over 60 duels, he was also a profound artist and thinker. His journey wasn't merely about combat dominance. It was a relentless quest for self-mastery, achieved through brutal discipline and most crucially chosen solitude. For Musashi, solitude wasn't physical hiding. It was a mental fortress, a deliberate quieting of the world's chatter to hear the truth within. He called this practice dokudo, the way of walking alone. This path wasn't about loneliness. It was about liberation, freedom from the opinions of others, from fleeting desires, from the fog of distraction. He taught, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. So how do we walk this path today? Let's unlock his core principles. Written just days before his death, his dokudo is a timeless guide. First, seek not pleasure for its own sake. Chasing temporary highs leads to lasting emptiness. Fulfillment, he argued, is built through disciplined action and inner growth. Second, never act on a partial feeling. Don't let a passing emotion hijack your life's direction. True decisions come from calm reflection, not impulsive heat. Third, do not cling to what you no longer need. This applies to physical clutter, outdated beliefs, and even draining relationships. Letting go creates space for what matters. Fourth, and perhaps most striking, do not fear death. This isn't a call to recklessness but to urgency. It means living completely, right now, free from the paralysis of worry. And finally, be detached from desire your whole life long. This is the art of wanting less, not having more. It's about finding contentment in your own progress, not in external validation. The swordmaster's lesson is clear. To be undisturbed is the greatest strength. But we live in a hyperconnected world. How do we practice this solitary way? First, schedule silence. It could be 5 minutes of morning meditation, a walk without headphones, or simply sitting with your thoughts. This is non-negotiable training for your mind. Second, practice digital fasting. Designate sacred hours where screens don't exist. Reclaim your attention from algorithms and give it back to your own consciousness. Third, cultivate mental independence. Solitude is a state of mind. It means checking your choices against your own compass, not the trending opinion of the crowd. This path has challenges. We confuse solitude with loneliness. One is chosen and rich, the other is imposed and painful. Start small. Embrace the initial discomfort. It's a sign your mind is rewiring. Musashi's world had no smartphones, but the human mind hasn't changed. The distractions are just louder. His rules are a manual for mental sovereignty in any era. By walking alone at times, we don't retreat from life. We build an unshakable core from which to engage with it fully, fearlessly, and on our own terms. His journey proves that within silence, we don't find emptiness. We find an unbreakable self. If this path resonates with you, please like this video. It helps Winds of Thought share these ideas with others seeking clarity. What's one small way you could invite more purposeful solitude this week? Let's talk in the comments.